Imagine you are building a game and the player's health starts at 100 and then the players get shot and boom, the health drops to 75. The thing that holds the amount of health of player for us and many other stuffs is called variable. In this episode, we will learn how to make C# to remember stuff for us. Numbers, words and even yes or no choices by using variables and data types. Imagine the variable as a box with a label on it. You can store something inside it, like a number or some text. And also you can change what's inside later. Okay, so let's dive into coding. In C#, creating a variable is like that. Int health equals 100. Okay, I will zoom it a little bit for you. And as you can see, it contains three parts. The first one is the type of our box or variable. We should clarify what type of content we want our box to hold. Here we wrote int, which means integer. And in the second part, we give our box a name or a label. There is a standard for writing variable's name called camel case. It means the first letter of name should be completely lowercase. And if the variable name was more than one word, you should write the first letter of that word with uppercase. Let me show you. For example, here we have help. But if we want to name it player name, we should write the first letter of second word with uppercase, like this. This is the standard. It gets called camel case because it looks like a camel hump. And it's a common standard for programmers to write the variable's name. And finally, we have our third part, where we describe what we want to put inside our variable or box. You should write that after an equal symbol and put a semicolon in the end. Okay, so let me fix the name to health. And here, if you want to see what's inside our variable, you can here and write console.writeLine. And we say health. And if we execute our code, as you can see, it wrote 100 for us. If you don't know anything about console.writeLine, it just prints the stuff for us in the console. I explained it in the previous video. Go check it out, it takes you no time. C# is picky, you can't throw anything into any box. For example, if a box made for numbers, you can't toss text into it. You will surely face error. Let me show you. Here, we say int health equals 100. And we say health equals hello. Here we get an error that says the health made for numbers, not for strings. That's one of the features that makes C# powerful and trustable. It catches your mistakes before you even run your program. Now, let's look at common data types. Means the types of variables that you will storage your information inside them. The first one, as we saw, was int. It made to hold integer numbers. The second one is float. We write float health 2, for example, and we say 100.50. Okay, what is float? Well, basically, float is just int, but you can hold decimals too. And in end of your value, you should put a f, which refers to the float. The next one is double. Float 3 equals. So what is the double? Basically, double is float, but you can hold a number that is much more accurate, just like this. And the next variable type, and one of the most important one, is the string. Name equals Azra. As you can see, a string can hold the text for us. And the next one is char. We say char x equals a. Basically, char is like a string, but it only can hold one letter. If I add another letter, as you can see here, we got an error. And the last one in our list is boolean. Here we say bool is alive equals true. So what is boolean? Boolean is basically a data type that only can hold two values for us. One is true and the other one is false. And remember, the lowercase letters matter. C# is case sensitive. So here, if I write bool instead of bool, I get an error. It can recognize the data type. Though we can write the string with uppercase s like this, and it will work. But we will focus on lowercase s, because that's the standards for the programmers. Variables can change their value even during the time we are executing our code. For example, I will say int health equals 100. And if I say console.writeLine, I say health, and I execute my code. As you can see, it says 100, but now I want to say health equals 75. So if I execute my code again, you will see it changed to the 75. So now the 75 is what's inside the health variable. And we described the type of variable once and in the beginning, and we can't change it later either. And you can also let CSharp find out the variable type automatically using var. So here we say var age equals 19, and we say var name equals Azra. And if I print them, console.writeLine age, and I copy this, same name, and execute my code, you can see it works perfectly. CSharp automatically detected that the age variable is on an int and the name variable is on a string by their values. Let's tie it together. Imagine we are making a simple banking setup. So here we will write a string name equals Azra, and we say int age equals 90, and we say float balance equals 39.5f. And at last we use boolean. We say bool is active equals true. And finally we print it. We say console.writeLine. We say name equals plus name. So the first one is just a string that will show into our console, and the second one is our variable, so it shows what's inside this. So I will continue with console.writeLine age plus age variable, and I say console.writeLine balance equals the balance variable, and finally console.writeLine is active equals plus is active variable. So now if I execute my code, you will see it works perfectly. This little code here is already a foundation of a banking system. I hope you learned it well, and if you have any question, ask it in the comment, I will answer them. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check the short videos. And also, I have a friendly Discord server for programmers that you can join. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.